Good morning, parents. Let's take a few moments to center ourselves, be still, and set our intention for the day. But before we dive into the content, please do show your support by liking and subscribing to this channel. Not only does it encourage us to continue making more content, but it also helps our videos to rank higher and be made available to more parents. Let's take a deep breath, let go of any negativity, and fully connect with yourself in this present moment. So today we're picking up Matthew 5, verse 33. Matthew 5:33, and it reads, Again ye have heard that it hath been said by them of old time, Thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths. But I say unto you, this is Jesus speaking, but I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. But let your communication be yea, yea, or nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than this cometh to evil. So we're seeing here, he says, we're swearing by things that are not ours to swear by. Let's look at Matthew Henry commentary on the same text. There is no reason to consider that solemn oaths in a court of justice or on other proper occasions are wrong, provided they are taken with due reverence. Go into a court of law, we're given an oath that we are speaking the truth and nothing but the truth, then that's not evil. We're going there with due reverence, we're taking that oath. But he continues, all oaths taken without necessity or in common conversation must be sinful, as well as all those expressions which are appeals to God. So when we're using oaths lightly, in a joke, just in passing, to get a point across, then that's where we cross the line and we're into the scripture where Jesus is saying, don't swear by anything. Yet let your yes be yes and your no be no. Commentary goes on to say, the worse men are, the less they are bound by oaths. So it doesn't matter the oath that people make. If they have no good character, they had no intentions of keeping it anyway. They just wanted to say what they needed to say to get you to do, to manipulate the situation in their best interest. The better they are, she says, the worse men are, the less they are bound by oaths. The better they are, the less there is a need for them. So people that are of good character don't need to swear by anything. The character speaks for itself. So that could even be an indication in something that we take and we file away and use as a parameter. So when you meet people that are constantly swearing by things and making oaths and just so readily speaking and using that kind of language, let that maybe be an indication. It's not foolproof, but let that be something that gives you pause to say, this person is so easily swearing and making all of these oaths to convince you and to get you to do or to agree to what's in their best interests. So let that be an occasion for pause, because it says people of good character don't really have need for such language. And the commentary goes on to say, a constant regard to truth would render oaths unnecessary. A constant regard to truth would render oaths unnecessary. So for people and for a community and for people that are just honest, they just operate with integrity. That's just who they are. That's how they walk. That's the depth of their character. Those type of people don't need to swear by oaths. Their character speaks for itself. So let that be something within our characters that speaks for us, that people will say, our word is our bond. I don't need to swear by anything. If I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. If I say no, then it's no. And because we live in a world where everything is not within our control, if something happens that I promised you I would be there and I see I'm running late or something has come up that's beyond my control that requires my attention or whatever the situation is, and there is no way possible that you can meet the agreement to be in that place or do that thing, then because of who we are in character, operating with honor and integrity and transparency, we will let that person know immediately. We will not say, well, let me see where I reach in 30 minutes. And now we're that much later, when they could have been notified and they could have pivoted and maybe done something else with that time or let somebody else fulfill that need or whatever the situation is. We need to operate not in our best interest, but in the best interest of what represents our Father, what represents the kingdom that we represent. Trusting that if things are beyond your control, you did all you could do, and whatever happened has happened, that He will give you another client. He will take care of you always, always. But when we operate with a lack of integrity, what we're saying is we need to do some things on our own because we don't trust if I lose this client, I'm going to get another one. So it's not get another one, it's that God will give me another one. So we want to represent Him in all of our conversations and how we go forth on all points at all times. So let it be that we keep it simple. Our yes is yes and our no is no. We don't need to do anything more than that. If somebody asks us to swear, simply as I say, my word is my bond. Me swearing is not going to make a difference if my word is not my bond. So we walk with that simplicity and let people learn that they will respect that. And we back that up with our actions. So continuing verse 38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. Give to him that asketh of thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn thou not away. So let's look at what the commentary has to say. Suffering an injury that can be borne. So we must suffer any injury that can be borne for the sake of peace, committing your concerns to the Lord's keeping. And the sum of all is that Christians must avoid disputing and striving. So what happens? We don't want to respond, react immediately because a wrong was done to you. It says suffer it, hold it. So whatever has happened, you want to commit it to God. God sees all. God is a God of justice. Remembering when we look in the word that countless people, they only try to help people understand God and the love that He has for them, and they were martyred. They've only tried to do things that God has asked them to do, and they suffered horrendously for it. But we don't see them going eye for eye and tooth for tooth. We see them going to God and taking it to Him and committing it to the Lord's keeping. So as we see, a lot of times it feels like I can't possibly let this one go. But always look back and see precedents from the word, from history, the people who were in relationship with God, who loved God, how did they deal with situations, and what was done to them often is so much more horrific than what we are suffering and saying that we can't allow to go by. God sees. He says, I want you to stop disputing and striving. So that must be what stays foremost in our minds. How can I navigate this without disputing and striving? And he goes on to say, if any say flesh and blood cannot pass by such an affront, let them remember that flesh and blood shall not inherit the kingdom of God. So we're saying in our flesh, the way that our flesh is riling up, there's no way we can let this go. He says, remember that flesh that you're allowing to control you, it's not inheriting the kingdom. And go on to think about, what if Christ took your position and Christ had your mindset? That the affronts, the atrocities that humanity put him through, that he endured because he wanted eternity for you. He endured what he endured so that you could get an inroad into eternal life, so you could inherit the kingdom with him. So you endure, and when you get to heaven and things are no more in this earth, you're not going to sit there complaining about God didn't do XYZ to whoever did things to you. That thought's not even going to enter your mind. For the reward that is ahead of you, what we go through, He gives us the ability to navigate, always keeping the cross in mind. And remember, if you need to read it through, endure and just really pause as you read and let it seep into your imagination. See Him there, enduring each lash, each abuse, pulling out His beard, spitting in His face, crown of thorns on His head, the cat of nine tails going across His back again and again. And with each lash, He had the ability, He had the opportunity to say enough. but he endured to the last for you. So, what will you put aside and let go for him? If you haven't done so already, please, 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 pretty please, do click that thumbs up button to let me know that you see value in this. Also, please remember to check out your app store for our Coaching for Parents app. It has some amazing free content that is going to be invaluable to you as you navigate raising your tweens and teens. And as you go into your day, remember that you are highly blessed, greatly favored, and deeply loved, and that you already are victorious in Him. So go forward today with the expectation of success. And keep your eye open for little treats that He may have already planted along the pathway of this day for you. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, for another moment of meditation.